Hello, I'm Mantastic'c and Fantastic, and today I want to talk about a no rare machine sacred relic pie farming swipe team that you can build on your very own, utilizing various farmable cards from either the Gung-Ho Palag machine, from monster exchanging, and from getting whale doors or bubblies, whatever you want, so to speak. And Zetton is the main card of why this works out well, and you only need 2 of them for yourself for this to work out, because you could pair with a Zetton friend and you'll be all right. And the reason why they are so valuable is because their active skill provides 10 times personal damage, so their sub-attribute does a meaningful amount, as well as easily capping on their main most likely. And they give you a full board of Dark Orbs, so swipeable, and 1 turn of attribute absorption cancellation, damage absorption cancellation, and void damage void. Basically, whatever nonsense the boss throws up against you, you can go through it with him. And it makes swipe farming quite mindless and easy. You don't have to necessarily pay attention to what has actually appeared on your screen, which makes your life much nicer. And this does cost 5 black event medals, and that is obviously a pricey exchange, but I think it makes your life much easier, especially if you didn't farm up, say, Shiva Dragon. This is much easier to get than Shiva Dragon, because Shiva Dragon technically you have to work a bit harder in the sense that you have to clear a dungeon. This is just monster exchanging lots of rainbow event medals. But I picked up 3 for myself because it's nice to have that flexibility, and with a friend I could have access to 4 of these active skills. And for this particular build, you don't have to make it all non-rare machine cards, but I just put something together that just shows it could do so. And the team itself, I just made sure I have 100% skill bind resist. I'm 100% sure there's a skill bind resist in here, but more so the point is I needed 6 combo orb awakenings, and Couchamar is providing that for me with skill bind resist and another combo orb. So I actually have 6 combo orbs across all of my dark cards, which makes it so I can swipe through Dina and I don't have to actually worry about anything. Heras are just gravities that will eventually bring a spawn down to 50% health to bypass Super Resolve. You could have Christmas Heras, you could have Hades, you might even want to just use a Zeus and Hera if you really want, but part of this was trying to minimize the amount of dark attribute pings, which in theory makes the run go a tiny bit faster. I feel because it costs 50 stamina and you're going to be playing through this very quickly anyways, you're going to run out of stamina way before too much time has been spent. So you can utilize cards with dark attributes, but I just try to avoid it just for the sake of this video. But you can use things like I said, Zeus and Hera is a 45% gravity. Virtually any other gravity afterwards is going to bring it down to 50%. Gung-Ho collab card here, it's just a thing that clears Awoken skill binds. It has no extra animation, so it's technically fast, which is good. You can use anything that clears Awoken skill binds, though. Use whatever you have in your given monster box. And for the most part, it's going to look like virtually every other swipe farming team because, well, they kind of achieve the same thing. I have a bubbly on my team instead of a whale door because I like bubbly. You can use what you want as long as you have enough skill boosts to actually activate all of your key active skills. So bubbly will clear that nonsense, and then Zetton does a long animation, and then whoop, big damage, heidi ho. And also, one nice thing about Zetton is they can be inherited, which gives you the advantage of having less pings. Like I said already, if you want to go faster, you want to have as few dark damage pings as possible. But with that being said, you're going to run out of stamina way before you run out of time, most likely, because there only can be a small amount of time actually saved. And with 6 combo orbs across your entire team, you are able to actually hit 11 combos, which overcomes Dina's big combo shield. There's not much else for this overall, and now it's a matter of just utilizing the gravities in the right order, because you have to use Zetton first to give the attribute absorption or damage absorption cancellation if this was the damage absorption spawn. But it's just a good habit to muscle memory press the buttons in the correct order. So I get my board, I gravity 30%, I gravity 30% again, and it's enough to bring it down to Super Resolve. I swipe, I've counteracted the color absorption with Zetton, and it's just a mindlessly simple team. And again, you can obviously utilize various different cards. I just picked stuff that technically makes it farmable, but there are many different ways to make this work. So you need minimum 2 Zettons for this particular build to work. So that's 50 rainbow event medals, which is obviously quite pricey, but if you like this style of swipe farming, it can be a meaningful long-term investment. And there are other ways to get like full boards of dark orbs for swipe purposes. You don't have to just have Zettons. They're just nice because they give you the damage absorption, color absorption, and void damage void. But not every single floor is necessarily going to need it. In this dungeon, there's a chance that you need one of those 3 on every given floor, so you need at least 3 of those actives. But other dungeons may not necessarily have those requirements, so you might have a bit of flexibility. And of course, if you just buy a ton of Zettons, well, you have even more options at that point. But with that being said, hopefully this video provides you with a little bit of insight as to what you can do to tackle this dungeon. I think this is a nice alternative to Shiva Dragons because it's just rainbow event medals to acquire. But with that being said, let me know what other teams you have found success with. I can definitely foresee people like utilizing ways to like reduce the number of pings to make this go faster if you like the swipe build. But regardless of all that, hopefully you all have a truly fantastic day. I wish you the best luck in your own pad adventures, and happy puzzling.